So before we get in too deep with leadership, I want to know, what is your definition of a leader?
Mm. So very, very simply, I will say a leader is somebody who sees opportunity to better themselves in order to better those around them.
I like that definition. I like that definition a lot. So we talk about leadership and leadership development a lot on this podcast. Back in episode 89, we touched on different leadership styles, and that was one of our most popular episodes. So what are your thoughts on people utilizing different leadership styles?
Yeah, it's a great question, and it comes up a lot, as you can imagine. And I'm not surprised that it was a popular episode because oftentimes when I'm doing trainings for groups of leaders, I'll go through, 14 different leadership styles, and I'll describe them in detail and give examples. And then at the end, I'll ask this, slightly cheeky question where I'll say, "So, which one's the best?" And everyone will raise their hand and they'll say this one or that one and give their reasons why. And I say, well, you're all wrong, or maybe you're all right, in that there's no one leadership style that is better than the other. I think a really effective leader has the ability to toggle across those leadership styles um, in a way that is appropriate for the person or people that they're leading, the situation that they find themselves in, the industry or business that they're in. And I think that leadership style also, people default to this idea of, this very structured, um, very set way of doing things as it pertains to a leadership style. But when I'm talking about leadership style with clients, I'm talking about what's most authentic to them. And leadership style really varies from person to person to person because ultimately I want you to lead in a way that's most authentic and most comfortable for you so that you can do that every single day. Because these leaders who wake up every day trying to reinvent themselves as this best leader, new kind of leader, strongest leader, whatever it might be, every day, it's just so exhausting and it's not sustainable.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that, Hakeem. And I think um, a lot of that feeling or pressure to kind of adhere to this specific leadership style comes from a few different areas. Um, I would guess you've seen this as well, but I've seen a lot of our organizational clients have a preference for different leadership methodologies and theories. One of the most common ones out there today is transformational leadership. So I was really excited that you are an expert in this area. For those who don't know, what is transformational leadership?
Yeah. So transformational leadership, as I see it, is a little bit of what I described a leader to be. I think it's someone who sees opportunity um, in everything, sees possibility in everything and everyone, and creates an environment where people can, as we all naturally do, evolve. They can transform as contributors to a project, to a process, to a team, to a culture. And if we try to put people in boxes constantly, ourselves included, it limits our ability to transform. And I think that one of my declarations, without getting too like hippy dippy, is like I am the universe unfolding. This idea that we are always evolving. We are always, there's change always happening. And if we can embrace that and we can support that and we can nurture that, then it may work out that transformation serves our purpose, our shared goal really well. It may also mean that it doesn't, and that's okay too. And there's something else or somewhere else that person's better suited to operate in. But I think the transformation is just sort of an acceptance of the natural evolution of a professional.
Yeah.